Hello and welcome to FinchPlays Sid Meier's Civilization 5. This is a new series which I'm kind of hoping to start up. Obviously the news of Civilization 6 has been coming out recently and I'm really excited to dive into that at the end of the year. However, Civilization is primarily a game that I play just to kind of chill, you know, there's no pressure, you're just kind of wrecking lives at a very basic level. And it's, you know, it's a great turn-based game. I think there's a lot of coverage of it out on YouTube now, but it is a game that I have fun playing, but at the same time I really want to get better at it. My Civ play is not up to scratch. So I figured it might be quite a nice thing to dive in and see how we do here. That's obviously my patented phrase. So yeah, here we are. Here's a look at what my usual thing is. I've got a set of mods. I actually play with the Elder Scrolls mod that introduces the Elder Scrolls kind of characters in as playable factions, playable races. Also I have kind of an extended, what's it called, like an extended tech tree, and I think I also have infinite XP from barbarians, which is actually really helpful at the end game as well if you're looking to just kind of farm a little bit of extra experience for your units. Either way, this is usually what I roll with. I have often done kind of the large islands map, but Pangaea seems to be pretty good, all things considered. I used to play on massive maps. Now I try and play on kind of like a standard map. Everything's a bit more fleshed out, you know, it's a bit more room, I guess, almost. I played on Prince, the normal difficulty. I'm going to crank this up to King because I'm a mad bastard, and yeah, I'm figuring that's probably best. As I say, I do want to improve. I don't see myself getting fucking deity wins or anything like that in this series, but even if we can like get a win under our belt, you know, at this level on the King kind of difficulty, that would be a really massive thing for me. I can get it reasonably easily at Prince level 4, which is kind of the normal standard difficulty, but hard is, it seems like it would be a massive jump, but that's okay. I always play at a quick game pace. I'm going to keep it at a quick game pace for now, just to kind of like, you know, get through the series, or get through this match rather in the series, and see where we kind of go from there. I play as England, colloquially. When I'm not playing as any of the Elder Scrolls factions, I usually rock England. The +2 movement for all naval units is massive, and receiving 1 extra spy is also fantastic. Ships of the line are what England are really known for. They're massively damaging ships. They're absolutely fantastic. The longbowmen are also really good. I think they get 1 extra range over the crossbowmen in the same era, so that's obviously a great benefit. Have a look at this. I have well, actually I have lots of mortal enemies when I play Civ, but apart from the warring factions, Sweden and fucking Babylon are absolutely, like, on multiple occasions, they've backstabbed me, they've been dicks, you know, they've double teamed me and stuff like this across multiple games, and it's just those two. I don't know what it is. So I used to have them for definitely added in instead of putting a random civilization, but I'm going to leave this all completely random apart from my my chosen faction. We're going to roll Pangaea, standard, King difficulty, quick game pace, obviously starting in the ancient era, 5 billion years, temperate temperature, normal rainfall, medium sea level, and legendary start. I'm going to take away the time victory, but I will have science, domination, culture, and diplomatic. Got to be careful that we don't lose out to some sort of cultural victory. Obviously, domination, fucking everyone up and taking their capitals. Science is usually kind of what I go for, I guess. Being able to nail a science victory would be really good. A diplomatic victory is also really good. I'm going to turn off allow policy save. Oh, no, I'm going to keep allow policy saving and allow promotion saving. I'm going to have quick combat and quick movement as well, just to speed things up as well. 16 city-states, I don't think we need any more. Let's fucking dive in. I'm probably going to explain a lot of my movements, even though, excuse me, even though you're probably, you know, if you've watched Civ before or you've played Civ a lot, you'll know what everything does. I do apologize. It's more just to kind of explain what I'm thinking, I guess.
You lead and protect the celebrated maritime nation of England. England is an ancient land, settled as early as 35,000 years ago. The island has seen countless waves of invaders,
Queen Elizabeth, Gloriana. Okay. Let's begin our journey here. Okay, this looks interesting. Let's take stock of what we've got. We're in a forest along a river. The river starts quite nice, I guess. We've got some truffles, which are good. Not fantastic, but a little bit of early cash. The deer, which is pretty good, gives a bit of extra food. Let's see, what way is the... I learned this trick when I was trying to do the YouTube tutorials and figure out how the hell you're supposed to play this game really, really well. The water is flowing this way. So the ocean, as it is, should be down here somewhere, probably. Movement, I don't see any benefit to moving right now. So I'm going to pop London right here and have a gander at what we see. Still got grassland, hills. I think that's maybe a mountain up there, which is interesting. There's some wine down here. I'm going to head towards this bit, these plains down here. See what I can find down here. Right. Now the early game is something that I really struggle with, and I struggle to do well. Playing on I guess you're kind of a bit spoiled, because playing on the lower difficulties you don't really have to concern yourself too much with what to do. So what I'm thinking is we'll queue up. We've got to have our monument, and then we'll spank out a scout, and then we'll get a worker going. Literally every let's probably have a look at this. Every single time I've done do I have to chop down a forest? Yes, I do. Trade route, horses, caravan. I kind of want pottery, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm probably going to roll pottery. Every single time I have done this, I usually rush the Great Library as soon as possible. Great Library obviously gets you a library in your city, and it gives you the option to get a free technology, which can usually boost you forward to the next era, which is obviously really, really good. So across the river and sea. Okay, so we've got some ocean down here. Hawk, or whales rather. I was about to say hawkers because I've been playing too much of the Elder Scrolls one, but whales being down there is a fantastic resource for us to have. There is a hill here as well. So yeah, that being on the corner. Yeah, that's a pretty good spot right there. There is also a... Oh, okay, there's a town there, or a city-state rather, that I should probably go and say hello to. I don't want to drift too far, because I do know that I'll get... Oh, that looks... Oh, I thought that was a blue border then. I thought it was bordered with the French. I don't want to go too far, because obviously bandits are a big concern if they start coming in and wrecking the place. Oh, good. Boudica of the Celts. Be it known that you are now in the land of the Celts. I am Boudica, their chosen queen. Do not underestimate me. Careful where you're waving that fucking sword. Boudica for me always, as she is demonstrating right now, does pretty well on the old scoreboard, so we'll have to be careful of her for sure. They have also met that city-state before me, Belgrade, but that's okay. I'd like to settle somewhere along here. I did have my eyes on this this corner slab here, get access to the dyes and some more truffles, and obviously the whales, but it's probably not going to be a good idea because we're so close to Belgrade. So yeah, we'll probably just nip back here ASAP. Try not to anger these lovely Boudican warriors. We'll get writing. Got to focus on getting our science up ASAP. We do have access to the deer. Do I need to get... Oh, this is a contentious point. Do I need to get this? Do I need to get mining to chop down the forest first? I'm not sure. I'm going to get animal husbandry instead of writing just for now. Purely based on the fact that we have found a city-state, which is nearby. We can send a trade route down to Belgrade and get some early cash. And I like some early cash. That sounded good to me. I'll take the long way... will I take the long way around? This is one of the things that I hate about starting in such ridiculously thick land like this. Like, it's so difficult to move through the terrain that's immediately around us. It's a lot of toss-up between tradition or liberty. I'm a big tradition man. I don't know if it suits England as well as liberty, but to be quite frank and honest with you, every time I play and try and do anything other than what I just selected, which was tradition, every time I try and do liberty, it just ends up being a fucking fucking nightmare. Like my empire just becomes grossly unhappy. I don't really know what to do about it, unfortunately. So I'd like to avoid that as much as possible. We have extended down towards the wine. Calendar will be a consideration for us. As soon as we can get, we can make our way towards trapping, which is here. We should probably go for that because the deer are going to be really valuable. Accept an embassy? No, I don't want an embassy. I don't have any idea. I'm assuming Boudica's over here, but I've got to be careful because I don't want her to know where I live necessarily, because she'll start tossing out all sorts at me, and that's not a positive thing. We do have some more land up here, so maybe we're a big kind of like Africa continent shaped kind of shindig. Oh, hello there. Bandits. Bandits. They're here. I found them. Obviously finding a barbarian, not bandits. Finding a barbarian encampment is a little bit shite, but Mount Kilimanjaro is an interesting wonder, but maybe not the best. I wouldn't see myself settling over here unless there's some great resources. Excuse me, over this way. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to settle over here potentially, because we get bananas, we get the whales, we get bison, access to probably some more deer, some cows. If we extend, we probably will get Kilimanjaro, which is pretty good. But I've got to be careful here because this is a fight I could lose fairly easily if I'm not careful. But I do have to take care of these fuckers here before stuff gets out of hand, because they will come towards me. Like, they'll come towards my my establishment. There we go. We've picked up animal husbandry. There is another barbarian encampment there. I always have to think to myself, have I picked up or have I added raging barbarians by accident? I've tried it a couple of times, like to try a bit of an honor tree run where it's like you're just slaying barbarians. One of the Elder Scrolls ones I play with, I think it's Umaril the Unfeathered. The units always regenerate HP every turn. If you get a kill on a unit, you go all the way back to full HP. Absolutely ridiculous. Add in the unlimited XP on it as well, and it just gets bananas. Between aristocracy and oligarchy, aristocracy is really good if you're looking to rush that early Great Library, and it is a good thing for us to take. However, oligarchy, despite being weaker, allows us to go down to legalism for that free culture building, and also landed elite and monarchy, which we were going to want to get. So I'm going to go with this one for now. The research we want to do is probably now going to be writing, because we don't want to fall behind in tech, rather. We'll keep an eye on this bandit encampment. I'm probably going to have to search, probably get some some archery in ASAP, so that we can do our stuff. We'll keep piling the pressure on these bandits. We're doing a lot of damage to them, which is pretty nice. I don't fancy my scout in this engagement, to be quite honest with you. We have discovered Prague. We are not the first to discover Prague. Oh, and we've also discovered Gandhi. God, excuse me. Gandhi is not a civ that I've encountered in a long time playing on this. It's been a really fucking long time, actually, since I've seen the old Gandhi. We will pop this and kill this fella. I don't want to take HP instead of, I don't want to forego an upgrade to the unit in order to take HP. I think that's a poor choice. Luckily, Gandhi's allowed us to kind of to bounce out of there ASAP. We will regen. Maybe just try and keep the barbarians back for the moment. Maybe see if one of the city-states wants to give us an objective to kill off that camp. I can't see any. Prague do want us to do that. So maybe this is this camp. Let's have a quick look. It's probably actually going to be this big fat camp up here. I will need to get some units out to have a good look at that. There's another city-state down there. Goodness gracious me. We need trapping for the deer. We need calendar for the wine. So probably at the moment we're just going to go towards try and get these horses up, get our horse tech going. One thing that I'm really, really horrendously terrible about is getting a military out. Quite simply, getting a military out is always difficult for me, no matter what. I do want to get a caravan, but at the same time, I'm considering maybe like an early settle. But really, like realistically speaking, that also seems at the same time like a really stupid idea because I'm not comfortable with my civ at the moment. Like there's a lot of barbarian shit around. There's a lot of like harsh terrain to traverse. It's going to be really difficult for us. There are so many fucking city-states. Holy balls. Almaty are over here, and there's another one just underneath that I originally saw. These fellas. There are some bandits over here as well. We'll move over to these horses. Start constructing a pasture. Our warrior still doing fine. We'll move a little bit more aggressively, just to take a bit more understanding of what's going on here. Hopefully Gandhi will spot his chance, if nothing else, to get some extra points with the city-states and maybe help us out with these barbarians. It looks like he's going to skedaddle though, which is a bit of a ball ache. Yeah, got to be so careful. That could have been a really could actually end up being a really dangerous thing that I've done there. If they strike back and they hit us hard, that could be our warrior down and out. Archery is the way forward now. Can defend quite a lot with a good set of archers. Oh, crappy balls. We've got lots of warriors out there. We're going to have to just kind of hold on and pray for the best. To toss out another unit there as well is really going to put us on the back foot. Sorry, I appear to have something stuck in my throat. I grabbed a... God forgive me, I grabbed a lemon meringue frappuccino from Starbucks because I was just feeling that way inclined. And it was maybe a poor choice because it's wrecking my throat at the moment. I have no idea why. There goes our warrior. The man's been with us for a while, but no luck there. We'll wait till archery finishes and then we'll look to fire out a good archery unit. At the minute, we're just going to hope that, have to hope rather, that our unit here, our worker, is doing okay, and that he's not going to get beaten up too bad. I do want to keep going this way, kind of like along the coast if possible, probably go a bit further north as well. There is our fella in trouble, so after this caravan I think we'll get archery out. Oh, no, one turn before, that's fair enough. We'll get this, run like hell away from you. We will purchase the archer first to get the bonus from oligarchy, and you'll do nothing. There we go. So we're having a bit of a rough start here. No two ways about it. A bit of a rough one. Quick look at the demographics. Turn 22. Our land is good. Like we're doing well on the land front, which is pretty good. We have the lowest soldiers. We have an archer, a solitary archer, and a scout. That's it. Our literacy is pretty weak. Our approval rating's pretty shite. Population-wise, we're the worst. Crop yield-wise, we're the worst. We're not manufacturing anything, so we're having a very poor early game here at the moment. And we are definitely prime candidates to get knobbed here if anyone fancies an army. William the Pious of Netherlands. Okay. It's interesting. Usually the Dutch are a thorn in my side. In fact, I'm actually stacked up against a lot of civs that are usually really horrible for me to to face. So that's not so good. We will look to kind of guide our settler. I don't know where I'd like to settle. I'm hoping there's... You know, I might end up settling like right here. Getting the whales, getting the sea, staying close, and then maybe seeing if there are some luxuries up this way. It's not ideal, but I really don't want to end up having a god-awful start because things aren't going well for me. So we'll get this worker back over to the farm. Try desperately to knock out this setup here. Oh, there's another city-state here, but there's a barbarian as well. I'm going to keep my scout here and then try and recover him just a wee bit. Let's continue this pasture. Should only be one turn maybe. My archer's gonna stay here. Is he gonna stay here? I kind of want him to stay here. We'll turn that settler into a scout. We'll notch ourselves up to the next population rank, which is 4, which is fine. Get our science up a wee bit. Oh fuck me! There are bandits fucking everywhere. There's another bandit encampment. This is absolutely bloody nightmarish. We'll get a farm out though, which is okay. We'll keep our archer here, and then we'll get our scout to skedoodle over in this direction. Our other scouts over here has died, so obviously there were more barbarians around the place than I was willing to admit. This is problematic for sure, and at the minute I just don't feel like I can even bother with a settler. If anything, I've done a bad thing by even trying to build one in the first place, because I might have actually hampered myself somewhat. Fuck me! Are you seeing this? We are in the middle of a triangle of barbarian encampments. It's absolutely fucking absurd how many barbs there are at the moment. A Pictish warrior is still doing the rounds over here. I don't know if he's, or if Boudica rather, is going to join in, but bloody hell, this is not good. I would love to see some more. Oh, we did get trapping, so let's come over here, over to this side, and start to incorporate maybe the deer and the truffles. Truffles probably a bit more urgently because it'll get the happiness and the gold. Yeah, chariot archers is probably a good shout. They're nice and cheap, produced fairly fast, and large. Oh, fuck my life. Largely are good at stemming off attacks. Lord Alexander of Greece is a very, very angry, warry civ, which concerns me greatly, because that could be really terrible for us. I'm looking at the luxuries, and obviously that seems like a pretty nice area up there that could be quite good for us to settle potentially. I'm probably going to go this way, and I'm going to try and catch the barbarians that are over here. Again, I'll let my scout kind of see what the crack is up here. If we expand rather up the way, there's plenty to see up here, so I might have my scout kind of bend round and then send a scout up here, hope that we don't run into too much interference with these barbarians up here in this camp. In the meantime, I think a library is a really good choice. Quite happy with that. +1 gold and -1 unhappiness for every 2 citizens in the capital is really good. Growth rate and food in the capital is also really good. So I'm going to roll with this one for now, as I feel it will kind of benefit our science a wee bit more with the growth. And then, well, at that time, I reckon our gold will probably start to deplete somewhat. We did just find Mount Kailash or something. I don't know that one personally, but it's a lot of faith there if we manage to work it. We found as well, which is good. The Celts currently have a declaration going with them. Our archers are going this way. Just going to keep an eye on things. Hopefully there won't be too much. We have lost 2 units already to AI forces. Don't forget that I am playing on a difficulty that I've yet to even touch. So this is pretty intense. Maybe get our archer from London rather, to assist this archer, because otherwise he's going to experience a fucking world of pain. I'm going to give him the added bonus there, I think, of HP, because otherwise I feel like he would die, and that would be yet another unit which is that is lost to time. There is a barbarian kind of trawling around here, and our scout's probably going to receive a bit of a battering here. Since the barbarians they just stick to you like glue on the higher difficulties. I would like to settle on the sea. There are some wonders up here. Mount Kailash, I haven't got a shrine or anything, so I'm not really pushing faith at the moment, so to speak, but I think it would be worth it, quite possibly. London's grown again, which is good. I think we'll just use our archers to polish off these ones here. Maybe push our advantage slightly if we can. Usually I'm a big push. I make a big push rather for philosophy. I think philosophy is a good thing to have, but we should be really looking to settle as soon as possible. Again, I've done only a little bit of reading, so I'm gonna trust the AI on this one, and try and figure out what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I can continue scouting around in this direction, simply because that barbarian is glued to our ass. Not interested in what William has to say. It looks like people are starting to expand, and we're kind of getting left in the dust a little bit. So that's notably not a good thing. We'll probably want to do something about that. Haile Selassie, the pious of Ethiopia. Well, I don't have any latent hatred towards them necessarily. They're a bit of a pain in the bum, but the world can be cruel. Only with the assistance of others can we overcome it. Yes, Gandhi, my son. Let's tackle this shit together, because to be quite honest, I need all the fucking assistance I can get currently. I do want to move a bit closer. Can I fire over the sea? I can fire over the sea. Let's get you a little bit closer. Maybe have them bum rush if we can. A granary would be good since we're starting to work the deer. I'm probably going to want a worker, to be honest. Again, we're on turn 36, so we're starting to get to that point where I'm going to want to settle, and if I can settle 2 cities and then maybe another city by like turn 80 or something like that, that might be running a little bit late, but we've had a bit of a laboured start here. I had a really great Civ setup before. I was having a lot of fun. I will actually make a worker before I make a chariot archer. Our soldier situation is probably really poor. Yeah, our soldiers 11,662. The average, 5k behind the average, maybe about 4 units or so, which is a little bit shite. But even our manufactured goods has dropped. Our land has dropped a lot, which tells me that people are definitely expanding very, very fast. We are definitely minnows at the moment, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that means that we'll be glomped necessarily. Let's look to take this before they do anything. I can see units coming within reason, and I don't think they're going to be amassing too much in the way of stuff to screw with me just yet. I kind of want to ride this out and see if the Ethiopians would help us. But I'll run back to our territory, play it safe. No reason not to. Try and get these guys in the city. I think we've dealt with most of the threat that's coming from down here, like near Ragusa. There is another barbarian encampment up here, and obviously the more threatening one I feel here, because there's a mountain range in the way of this one. So they'd have to kind of go around. I think one of theirs are here, and potentially going to wreak havoc, but oh well. The Great Lighthouse has been built in a faraway land. We could technically attempt to build the Great Library, but I think it would just be a total waste. I don't think it'll do anything for us necessarily. We'll dive back here. I'm trying to learn like little tidbit things just to improve my play, like taking only 1 turn at a time or something like that. There's another bandit encampment down past Belgrade. Hopefully Belgrade will kind of serve as a buffer and there won't be anything like that. Boudica's making me really suspicious. Like, she's really keen on getting... Goodbye, Galley. Really keen on getting my... an embassy in my capital, which is kind of, like, oh, I don't want to invade you. I mean, I might do, but, it's one of those things that might happen. That's not making me feel good, because Boudica at the moment is very, very likely to have a superior force to me. Mathematics brings us into the classical era, even, so at least we're not completely fucked on tech in keeping up with our friends from around the area. I do want to keep 1 archer in the city, but we are a little bit shite on units. We are cranking out a chariot archer. We've got 2 horses, so we may as well carry out 2 of those. I'll add another one into production before I forget. Get those in. A granary is definitely something we're going to want. The Temple of Artemis is actually really fantastic, because that plus 10% growth in all cities. I think it says 10% growth, but also I read somewhere that it actually means plus 10% food, which is obviously really amazing. Plus 15% production when building ranged units for the next 100 turns at least. I would imagine we're probably going to be building a lot of ranged units. The Hanging Gardens as well, purely almost for the amount of food it produces, is really, really good. And we did pick up tradition, so it's something we could build. I'm not worried about happiness. Usually my happiness is kind of tanking slightly, but we're doing all right. And so therefore a circus is not really that necessary. Granary obviously is great. Shrine seems a bit late almost to be amassing faith. The watermill, we're next to a river, gives us plus food, gives us plus production. It's a great thing. We should probably be building that. I will add a settler in after the granary because we're getting to that point where we really need to start, you know, not buggering about. We'll get our workers getting these guys in, so when we do build the granary we'll make the most use of it, which is nice. In fact, with this archer I'm just going to scout. I do want to send a scout this way because I want to see what's rocking up and down the coast here. There is some chocolate, or some cocoa rather, I beg your pardon, in the jungle down here. Hopefully the barbarians will leave us well enough alone. Maybe they've run into trouble with the Ethiopians, which would be fantastic. Calendar, I will get, because I believe cocoa requires calendar, doesn't it? Maybe, possibly. Yeah, that requires calendar, so if we can look to expand over in this direction, that would be really good for us. Oh, I see a bar. Oh no, I don't. I see an Ethiopian instead. Not quite the same. I mean, I'd like to expand up here. I'd really like to expand up in this direction, so I might try and have a gander and see what we can do. We're getting our military up maybe a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong tab there. Demographics. Soldiers still, like, we're really far behind. I don't know if anyone else has the same issue and maybe has like a set routine of what they do to try and push past it, but I don't know, like, truffles, we've got 2 truffles, so 33 gold and then 5 gold for 25 turns, 125 gold, and they're going to accept an embassy, so I know where they are. That seems really good. Like, I can't argue with that kind of kindness, I think. That kind of gold is enough to maybe make us a little bit more comfortable, which is always good. Yeah, we got some work to do. I'm gonna set these guys on automatic and pray that they know what they're doing. I want to get my horse or chariot archer out of here as soon as bloody possible. Put this guy on automated as well, and we'll scout up here. Lost sight of that barbarian, but I have encountered Lord Gajar Madar of Indonesia. He is actually not too bad. Like, he's usually not too bad. If he's ever warred with me before, he's back down pretty quick, I feel. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on them. We've only got one more player left to discover, actually, so we must be pretty tight on this map. But this is where I'm going to call a quick pause to the episode. So I'm going to end this episode here and keep recording after. We've done quite a lot in 45 turns. Obviously, we've done the opening prep for the game in itself. We are at the arse end of the scoreboard at the moment. We're having a very slow start. Starting in a really heavily wooded area with not a tremendous amount of useful resources immediately available, but I am looking like possibly to extend north and south to make a nice belt across the range for us, so that we'll kind of command this center ground. That will probably make us pretty open to attack, but if we can use some city-state buffers, hopefully we'll be in a pretty good position. At least if I can get like Prague and Almaty and Ragusa on side, then we could be in a situation where you know, they're doing us a solid, like they're helping us out. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end the episode. If you have enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Leave me some comments letting me know what you think I should do, if there's any way to improve what I'm doing. Am I doing it all wrong? What would you recommend? Please, I'm sure there are plenty of experienced Civilization players out there. Please do let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys next time.